I get it. Small breeds can be super hard to train. They're little, they're fast, they fly everywhere. You've got to bend over to do all the training, your back hurts. There's endless things that make them a little bit of a challenge, not to mention that they're little and cute, and a lot of people don't have the same expectations with them as they do big dogs. Today though, I'm going to show you a tool that we like to use with small dogs that makes many exercises a lot easier for your back. It's going to help you have great timing, great reward placement, and really is going to make a big difference specifically for these little small dogs. I'm Kale McCann. Welcome back to McCann Dogs.
The fact that I'm tall and she's about 6 inches off the ground and just trying to not, if I'm giving her a reward, just getting myself down there with my dexterity and not having her lunge up towards me to keep her down where you want her to be and to me to get down there fast enough. Well, it takes a moment, right? So I like to keep the sessions short as well, just because you're tired at the end.
There's some different things that you have to take into consideration that people with big dogs don't have to. One of the things that is near and dear to my heart is I have a toy poodle, and she's 10 years old now, so I'm very jealous. I missed the puppy stage so much because Hippie was so small when I got her. But obviously I had trained lots of students with small dogs, but she was one of the smaller dogs I owned myself, and there was lots of things I noticed from having her in everyday life that I went, I actually need to do things a bit differently with you than I did my other dogs. So I'm going to share some of those things with you today. Enough talk. Let's get into training. So if Daisy's sitting and I bend over to give her a reward, if I move my hand really slowly, naturally a lot of puppies are going to do this, and we don't want that. So we talked about pace a little bit before. I want to make sure that I yes and then reward and then bring my hand up. And my goal is at yes. I yes when I have the puppy holding position. So what I don't want to do is drop my hand and say yes at the same time. I need to mark position. So I'm going to get her sitting again. Yes. And then I can drop my hand to reward from there. Now, when I feed, I'm specifically holding my hand a very purposeful way. When I reward, I keep the nose up towards the head. This is specifically for sit, because if I do this, yes, and I drop my hand, now she's being really good, but a lot of puppies will pull up at a position. So when I feed in a way that all of the weight stays in her bum. So if I was doing a sit stay, for example, and I came back to reward her, I would say yes, and then I would reward nose up tall, put all the weight into her bum. I'm letting her sort of lick and nibble at the food, and then I'm going to pull my hand away. Yes, good girl. And then I'm going to reward from there. So she's doing really well at this. This is easy peasy. You've probably already done a bit of this already with her, as you can see. But now what I'm going to do is talk about back to the pressure thing. So if I was working like the sit at the side, I'm going to lure her into a sit at my side, and I want her to hold position here. What will happen often when, oh yes, good girl. A lot of the time when puppies struggle with this, it's because of how and when the person rewards yes. So when I reward, it's all about how I keep her head in position. I have her head slightly tilted towards me and her head high, so that when I reward, I'm not pushing her out of position. I don't want to lean over top or bring the food out to the side like this. See, that moves her body. I'm yes and rewarding with that same concept of when she was in front of me, where I'm keeping the weight in her bum. One of the challenges of having a small breed is the fact that when we want to teach them to walk at our left-hand side and we want to use food to do so, we have to bend over like this, and I'm not going to go for a half-hour walk and never be able to stand up ever again in my life. So I can do little bits and spurts of this around the house where I'm bending over and luring her at my side and getting her comfortable. But if I want to start to show her the picture of standing up, there's a couple things that we can do. One of the recommendations that we'll do in the early stages of training, so this is before you're out and taking the show on the road, is using like a wooden spoon, or this is like a extendable back scratcher. Got to have one of these, even if you don't, just so you know. It's like my favorite thing ever. And basically, you can just put Cheez Whiz, or you can put like peanut butter or something. And this has claws on the back, so we're not going to have her use that side. So I'm just going to put it on the back of it just to make it a little bit exciting like this. And then basically what I would do is I would use this to lure her. So I'm going to flip it around so it's peanut butter side forward. We're going to pretend that that just didn't go on the carpet. And I'm just going to basically, yes, good. Get her to walk at my left-hand side. Yes, good. And then I'm going to stop and let her have a little bit of a lick. Good, let's go. Let's go. Yes, stop and let her have a little lick. Good. This is where we want to start because all we're trying to accomplish right now is teach her that walking at your left-hand side and staying connected with you is like the bee's knees. Okay. Because then the next part, we can add distractions, more distance, change location. We can add all that stuff, but we don't want to do that unless we are really good at this. Right. Okay, so just use the food to kind of position her at your left-hand side there. Good. Good. And then, yeah, so you're going to keep that in your left hand and you're going to kind of hold it in a way that you're going to keep her sort of in this spot. Okay. Yes. Then when you lift it away, you can pull it up and then you lift it down, pull it up and lift it down. Okay. You don't have to worry about the words you use, but I want you to be strategic about yes. Okay. Okay. So just move forward a little bit. Good. Yes. Good. Yes. Good. Now see if you can turn. Yes. Good. Yeah. Move forward. Good. You're doing great, Brenda. Yes. Yes. Good. Okay, I'm going to stop you for a second.
You may have noticed in today's video that Daisy was wearing a house line. Now, this is actually a little bit different than a leash. We love to use leashes for training, but this specifically is for use inside the house. You could use longer ones for outside. And the wonderful thing about this is that there's no handle on the end, and this is going to allow it to sort of slip and slide around your furniture so that it's less likely to get caught. Now, the reason why we use this is when we have this attached to the dog in the house, it allows us to get control very quickly and easily anytime we need to. And as we know, puppies are busy and they get into everything all the time. This is going to allow you to have a lot better control with way better timing. So you can grab one of our house lines by checking out our online store, mccandogs.store, or come to our physical store. Actually come and see us here in Flamborough, Ontario. You can check out our store. We can give you a little tour. But these house lines are going to make such a difference. They are going to be the secret to your dog training and your success at home.
You're letting her lick the peanut butter hand. And saying yes at the same time. So what I would like you to do is when you see something, you're going to say yes, then you're going to give the hand. And why this is so important is we need to eventually not have to have this. Right. We want to be able to walk without having a reward. Mm-hmm. So what we want to do is use the food to follow up the yes, because eventually yes is all we'll use. Okay. But if she's used to hearing it together, her mind's going to be so focused on the food that she's like, what's this yes thing that you hear about? So it needs to be yes and then reward. Okay. So, and now also she's pretty connected. So I would also love to see you try to walk a little more before giving her the peanut butter. You're giving the peanut butter a lot, which is how I would start, but I think she's a bit past that. She's doing great. Days, come on, we still need you. You're the superstar of the show. Okay, so start with it connected to her. There we go. And then you're going to walk a few steps with her at your left, and then yes, and reward something that you like. Yes. Go ahead and lift it up. Good.
Yes.
Good.
Do I give her the food and then say yes?
You're going to say yes, then give her the food.
Yes, and then the food.
Yeah.
Yes, because she's walking.
Yes.
And then the food's her reward.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Good. Yeah. And when you could also do is when you take the food away from her, yes, take it more away. So when I was rewarding, I'm actually pulling it right away and then dropping, because when you hold it out here, it's actually going to work to your, not to your advantage, because it's going to pull her forward. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to kind of pull it up and then drop it, let her have a lick or two, okay, and then pull it up at my side again. Okay. Okay. All these mechanics, right?
That's right.
It's okay. You get it. She's doing great. She's super into it though.
Yes.
Good. Wow. It's okay. Yep. Spin her around. Whoop, that was fancy. Yes. Nice. Let's go. That's it. Yes. And good. Drop. Perfect. And then try to do 180 degrees. Good. Now pull it away a little bit more so you can get her to walk at your side a bit more.
Yes.
There. Another reward. That was better. And then if you can, when you get that reward, get it down a little earlier before she has to leave position. Mm-hmm. But that span of walking there was your best yet. And if you keep this tipped out away from you, so if I start to move it in close to my side, I'm going to get her on a diagonal. If I keep it out centered to my body, I'll show it to go this way for the camera. Centered to my body, she's straight. If I keep it in here, see how it angles her bum? Yeah. If I keep it out there, it angles her bum this way. I want to try and keep it right straight in front. Okay? And then eventually, what we can start to do, she's like, this is the best exercise ever. Eventually, if I want to go to like normal treats, do you have it on the roof of your mouth now? If I go to normal treats, I'm sort of going to adopt the same thing. So I can start with her on my side. I have several treats in my left hand, and I'm going to just sort of walk forward a few steps. Yes, drop and reward. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, good. Drop and reward. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now, in between treats, let's go. Let's go. Yes, good girl. I'm using my voice to kind of motivate her. So if I'm quiet, she'll probably get distracted. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, good. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl. Let's go. Wow. Yes. Good. So I don't have to constantly bend, but I just sort of drop. But when I drop my hand, you can see when she got the food, she was in that perfect position each and every time.
As you can see, Brenda and Daisy are off to a great start. She's starting to figure out her timing, her reward placement. It makes such a big difference. But the training really does not end here. So if you want to learn a little bit more about how to train small breeds with some specific tips and tricks, make sure you check out this video right there. On that note, I'm Kale. Happy training.